Aloha, it's Robert with Blue Planet Surf.
This is Daniel Kaahanui.
And today we're going to talk about how to pump the foil. This is part 4 of our little series on how to foil in the surf. And the pumping kind of, basically you make a longer line with your foil. Instead of going straight, you're making it go up and down kind of like a dolphin. And that's how you can kind of generate speed with the foil. And I brought Daniel today because he's really good at pumping. I'm okay at it, but I'm pretty good at doing it on the wave to kind of stay on a wave. But then once I try to pump back out, I kind of lose my speed pretty fast. But Daniel's able to kind of pump all the way back out and catch the next one. So how do you do it, Daniel?
A lot of it is weighting and unweighting, catching like a good sized wave, or just staying with that power source of the wave as soon as you take off, and cutting out early, because that's a lot of the momentum right there of the wave, instead of riding to the end of the wave where you have to work harder to get back out. So if you cut out early, you keep that momentum, and you want to keep that board high and the wing just before breaching out of the water, and keep pumping up and down, like Robert said, like a dolphin.
And then the swinging the arms kind of helps you weigh and unweigh your board, right?
Exactly. So swinging of the arms has a lot to do with it too, just the weighting and unweighting, and that's how you weight and unweight. And that is good to practice because you need a rhythm to do that.
Yeah, and I've noticed, like when after pumping for a while, my legs are just burning. So it's really a workout, right? I mean, if you connect 2 waves, you're probably pretty much beat, right? It's a lot of workout.
Yeah, my legs, cardio, everything.
Yeah, so it's an awesome workout actually, and so. Like in terms of equipment, it's definitely easier to pump with a shorter, smaller board, and that's why kind of prone foiling makes it a little bit easier, just because you can move the board around easier. It's less likely to touch the water and so on. So, and then the other thing is size, like a longer mast and a bigger wing, yes, can also make it easier to foil. When you're pumping back out and you see the next wave coming, what do you look for, and how do you turn into the next wave, that if you want to connect 2 waves together, kind of thing?
So connecting the 2 waves, kind of pump back out to the second wave. You kind of want to look more down the line at the wall instead of in the pocket. Depends what the wave is doing. If it's kind of like barreling, you want to stay away from that barreling section and start turning on the side with more open face. You don't want to turn too early because you'll lose speed. The wave will just blow you off your board. So you want to kind of come up to the wall and turn in the pocket and get back down, and you'll keep the speed. Yeah,
when we were foiling and filming, I saw you trying to turn into like a big whitewater ball of whitewater. And what happened there?
Sometimes you really get exploded, and sometimes it just creates a big warble on your wing.
Getting the wing in the whitewater, it's really hard to control it. So you want to stay on the smoother part of the wave. And the other important thing is to kind of try to get high on the wave, so like turn high on the wave, so then you got the momentum
coming back down,
ability to kind of stay high on the wave instead of turning in front of the wave and losing your speed, right? I saw one video of this kid from South Africa that connected 50 waves together. It's pretty unreal.
Insane.
Yeah. I don't know how he does that, but that takes incredible amounts of stamina and strength, but also being very efficient, I guess. The more efficient you are at it, of course, then it gets easier. But when you first start pumping, it's a very intense workout. You really have to push and pull hard. And another thing that really helped me with the pumping is thinking of more of lifting it up rather than pushing it down. So you're not just pushing the foil down, you're pushing it down and then lifting it up again. So you kind of riding and pushing it down, creating speed on the way down, but then to bring it back up, you have to kind of really unweigh and lift up the foil out of the water, right?
Yeah, it's almost like skateboarding, like doing an ollie, pretty much.
Yeah. And then when you stand up paddling, you have that paddle, so you also want to time your strokes with that pumping motion. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to also talk to Zane, one of our team riders, who can actually start from a standstill and just paddle himself onto the foil, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
So. All right, so right now I'm here with Zane Saenz, and he's one of the few people that I know that can actually get a board up on a foil just in flat water using just a paddle, which I find amazing. And just for me, just pumping is so exhausting that I can't even imagine, paddling and pumping at the same time and getting it up. So And, you know, how do you do it? Like, what's the technique that you use?
So first, I get on the board and then I try to take a couple strokes to get a little speed, and then I just try to stroke really fast. I start paddling really fast, and then I put my back, when I'm up to speed, I put my back foot like way in the back, probably on the back screw behind it, and then as I stroke with the paddle, I kind of try to jump down on the board. So then like as I stroke, as I'm pulling, I'm like pushing down on the board to like jump up, and then when I have a little bit of lift, I'll start to go really fast and take like a lot of strokes and a lot of pumps, so then it'll get up and get up to speed. And then when it's up, I'll try to like move my front foot a little bit forward, so then it's easier to like keep it going. When I'm pumping on the foil, I try to keep like really light on my feet and like have a lot of weight on my toes. And like you'll see in the video, my heels are kind of like not really on the board, so I'm kind of like jumping up and down on my toes. Okay. And then I try to keep the same rhythm as when I'm trying to get up. As I pull, I kind of push up, and then like the slower, if you have like a slower rhythm, you won't go as fast, but like it won't be as exhausting as well. You could probably go farther, but like if you go a little bit, if you pump like multiple times, then you'll probably go faster, but you'll exhaust. Yeah, you'll get tired easier.
So let's talk real quick about the equipment. I know you're doing it on a basically our 5'4" prone foil board, right? What are the dimensions of the board?
It's 5'4" by 21 inches, and it's 54 liters.
Yeah, and how much do you weigh now?
I weigh like 125 pounds.
So the board doesn't even float him. You basically have to paddle it to make it come to the surface, float, right? Yeah. And then the foil you're using is which one?
The foil for the flatwater, I'm using the large Blue Planet wing, and it's like I think
1750.
1750.
Yeah. So and for me, I don't think that would be big enough to get me up like that. But I mean, for you, that works, and pretty amazing. So can you give any pointers on like kind of how you keep the foil pumping, like how you keep it moving, like the weighing and unweighing and the timing of the strokes and so on? Like, is there any tips you can give us on that?
So like I try to like porpoise. So you go up and then you kind of lean forward into it, and then you go down, you speed up, and then you go back up. So then, so you go forward when you're reaching forward. I like lean forward, and then kind of like a little bit back, and I jump as I unweigh. Yeah. So
you're stroking while the board's popping back up again.
I'm stroking while the board's popping back up.
So that helps you kind of accelerate back up, and then or accelerate on the way down and pop it back up. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's basically like kind of like a dolphin swimming, right? That's what the foil's doing in the water, right? Cool. Well, thanks, Zane. All right, so there you have it. That's how you paddle on flat water on a foil, if you're like Zane. So, but yeah, I guess you have to be super fit, and it helps to be light and strong, right? Yeah. Light and strong, both. So it's not as easy as it looks, that's for sure. All right, thanks for coming in, Zane. Thanks for watching on how to pump the foil. See you next time. Aloha.
Aloha.